colors in my head anytime thoughts arise. I see patterns and sequences and how they neighbor in composition. I can't read nor write music, but I paint. Today, I am painting in primary colors only. I have dedicated last year to 3 colors. Colors are sounds and shapes and patterns, arranging themselves in a dance like ink and textures on a canvas. I'll use a knife for the reds, but a long horsehair brush for the blue. Yellow is slightly hard to the eyes and fades from jolly to bitter. I compose the notes as a picture, and like when the paint drips and melts, I let the notes travel organically where they ask to go. Each piece starts the same. I'll hear a melody in my head, sometimes odd, sometimes not. I do not decide. And time signatures are like language. We don't talk in 4/4 or 6/4 most of the time. I'll sit at the keys, or the bass, or a guitar, or the drums. And once I find that melody, I'll start playing and recording immediately. And I'll keep going for tens of minutes, going wherever that melody wanted to go and where my abilities on the specific instruments allowed me to follow. There lies the root of a new musical piece. Then, like a painting following a sketch, the composition would appear to me. I can visualize the final picture in my head from its frame. Then, it's only a matter of putting it together. I saw primaries. I wanted to hear what the base colors would sound like. As soon as that idea pasted itself in my mind, I started seeing moving sounds for each of the 3 colors. ATHAK is of course in reference to Magma's ATHAK album, which is a personal favorite, not so musically, but it features a cover artwork from my favorite artist H.R. Giger. Artist so dear to me that I named my son so his initials would be HR2. There is an homage to him and my son in the album Datura Pyramids, titled HRS. I read in a review of my album Diminish that the music, although good, did nothing to differentiate itself from Magma. I wish I was that able to compose and perform. So compliment aside, even if the comment wasn't meant to be one, I dreamed since I heard Vander's music, Yoshida Tatsuya's drumming, Zorn's beauty, that I could record music that lived in their sphere. I don't think it is at that level yet, nor do I believe I will ever be. But I dream it to live in the shadow of those musical fathers I idolized. So now, I'm about 22 EPs and albums deep into ATHAK, and new colors call me. I first started with red, immediately going dark and sanguine, fixing an ethereal fuzz sound on my pedal board. I pictured the end of a voyage, a life terrible and slow, doom, desert sounding, ringing like a slow descent, yet warm, somewhat hopeful. I wanted the end to be big and resonant, East Asian too. I thought an end is reflective, pensive and filled with dualities. After the first pass writing the piece, I started doubling things. So the track then lived with 2 drums, one on each side, one dry and jazz, simple in tone, percussive, the other mellow, 70s rock like fat and deep. A side that had wisdom and another still petulant and youthful, both working together to build the march's rhythm. Blue is the voyage across the sea, from common to unknown shores. I rooted it in piano lines and let the waves of rhythms dictate the ocean's temperament. I wanted to feel the unknown, the danger and the fear, as well as the beauty and the calm, from storms we barely survive to times of pause, where the breeze seems to ignore us and gives us time to contemplate. There are more voices at sea, but they can be ominous and distant. Maybe a mirage. I thought blue would be the middle piece. Then, once all was recorded, it appeared to be more of the opening track for this tri-colored adventure. Yellow is for discovery, full of surprises and pitfalls. From jolly to bitter, the journey takes unexpected turns into unexplored musical lands. The paint changes to ink, flows down and climbs up unexplored valleys. Yellow is both sunlight, dreams, and cautious warnings. We are traveling through Asia then. My personal journey, from low-life suburbs of France to falling lost in the crowds of an unexplainable Hong Kong and small industrial China. Yellow is for the snakes that attract, for a caress before biting you with its poison, filling your veins black, turning your dreams of changes to the chaos of trance-inducing loops. The voices you can't understand. I came here lost to find myself. I found questions and passers-bys. At the center of this album's journey, Yellow bridges the deep blue exploration with its glories and scare, and the long acid trip to the red desert. I fell in love with China and the sound of its instruments. I've always incorporated them in ATHAK, but this time they are omnipresent and central. I want to color my trip through the mountains of Yangqin, the waterfalls of Yangqin, the desperate hope that transpires all over the land I have crossed, And the history, from empires to famines, from unspeakable falls to grandiose rises. Then the serpent's fang hits, and it all turns to black.